Hi, welcome to the Travel Channel hosting virtual classroom field trips. Today we're going to be visiting several of the geographic regions in California.
We're going to be talking about the vast valleys, the mountains, the ocean, and we're going to be talking about the desert today.
And you'll get to hear a lot about the animals and the plants that live in those regions, and it'll kind of feel like you've been there. It's going to be really cool. So get ready, and here we go. Desert. Now, you better have some shorts and a t-shirt on because it's really, really hot here. This is just one of the really main deserts in California. Another big desert that you might have heard of is Death Valley, and it's a little bit further north than Mojave. Some cool things in the desert. You can see there's not a ton of plant life, but there are some really beautiful cacti that have these really cool flowers that grow off of them. But there's also, believe it or not, some really cool wildlife too. Like they have a lot of tortoises and a lot of different furry creatures like rabbits and foxes that live in the desert and thrive off of the native plants that live there. Now, some more popular spots that are deserts that you might have heard of are like Palm Springs and Borrego Springs. Those are all deserts, but there's big like resort hotels that have, you know, sort of made it more livable. And you can actually go and it's not that bad to spend a lot of time in the desert. You wouldn't want to spend a lot of time in here though, because it's really hot. Let's get going.
Okay class, now we're going to explore the coast of California, and I'm sure we all just got back from spring break, so we all probably loaded up in the car and headed out to the beach. I think it's really important to talk about two different parts of the coast. There's the Pacific Ocean, of course, and the coast, the wetlands, I think is important, which are up north. So as far as the beach, you know, you don't really see anything in the water. You don't see the animals in the water usually, but if you get a little bit further out, you get to see a lot of murky green water and a lot of fish swimming around. So the ocean usually doesn't get much warmer than 65 degrees, so instead of having tropical, beautiful ocean and clear, you get that clean, murky water, and you get a lot of different kinds of animals. And in the wetlands, it's usually foggy, and the climate is much different than in Southern California. So you get different plant life, and you have a lot more marshland, and it's really interesting. So let's all head out to the beach. So I think this is a great example for you guys to see, the bright, colorful. This is definitely more tropical, but you see here you got animals just like SeaWorld. You have Shamu here and sharks, and so this is a good example of what the ocean looks like.
Hi class, over your spring break, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm here in Central Valley. And since we're studying all of your regions for 4th grade this year, I wanted to give you some information on the Central Valleys. This is where all or most of your food is produced. We have tomatoes, peaches, prunes, grapes for wine. What else? Cattle farms. It has tons of cattle, and chicken farms. This area is perfect for growing. They get plenty of rain, but it's not too hot, and that's why all the crops grow so well. One little fact to remember, that this valley area, to give you an idea of how big it is, if you were to take this valley that I'm in right now, it would be the equivalent of 10 states in here in the U.S. So that's how big the area is for all of our food, and cattle and chickens. And one other side note, the businesses that are in this area, they are all in the same area as agriculture, so packaging, irrigation for watering, it all has to do with growing of our food. So see you soon, and I'm on my vacation. I'll be back in class.
Welcome to the Sandy Edge Mountains. Now they're up in the northern region of California, but California is blessed with a lot of different mountain ranges like the Santa Ana Mountains and the Santa Lucia Mountains and Mount Diablo. and there's really cool things to see. As you can see, I'm kind of in the middle of the road here on my way up the mountain. I'm on my hiking trip, but I don't think I wore the proper outfit for it. There's really cool animals to see. In Mount Lucia, there is a whole flock of parrots that live up there, which is really cool. And on Mount Diablo, there's a bunch of goats and cows that all their baby calves walk around in the streets of the mountaintop. So if you want to go on a hike with me, come on, let's hoof it to the top.